Hello, my dear learners. Welcome to everybody. How are you? Fine. Okay, I am also fine. By the grace of Almighty, we are all fine, and for thanks to the Almighty Creator. My dear learners, my today's class is very much important for 6 to 12 class student, though it is very easy, but it's very important. One of the most important topics. My dear learners, in my previous class, perhaps I have discussed about punctuation marks. But, my dear learners, do you know what punctuation mark we mostly use in the sentences, especially at the end of sentence, such as the natural scenery of Bangladesh is very nice. Who can say what punctuation marks we have used at the end of that sentence? Yes, full stop. Thank you very much. My dear learners, I shall discuss about the uses of full stop. Do you know what is full stop? Full stop in British English, period is called full stop. And perhaps full stop is the most widely used punctuation marks in English languages. My dear learners, now I shall discuss the uses of full stop. And before going to discuss, I would like to introduce myself. This is MAHMUD, Assistant Teacher English, Rabita Model High School, Rangamati. My dear learners, rule number 1. Full stop is used at the end of commanding sentence. But, dear learners, you have to notice when we shall use full stop at the end of sentence, there will be no gap. Okay? Without keeping gap, that means at the end of sentence, we shall put full stop. Example, Rohim is a good boy. I shall go to school. Okay? My dear learners, notice at the end of the both sentence, we use full stop. Rule number 2. Full stop is used at the end of all assertive, imperative and optative sentence. That means without exclamatory and interrogative sentence. Without exclamatory and interrogative sentence, all types of sentences, that means assertive, imperative and optative. At the end of assertive, imperative and optative sentence, we use full stop. Example, he is a good boy. read the book. May Allah help you. Okay, my dear learner. Rule number 3. At the end of all indirect speech. You know, direct speech may vary sentence to sentence. That means exclamatory, interrogative, and so on. But all types of indirect speeches, at the end of all indirect speeches, we shall use full stop. Example, he said to me that how I was. But direct speech, he said to me, how are you? This is direct speech, and at the end of direct speech, we use for interrogative, we use question mark. That means not of interrogation at the end. But in indirect speech, he said to me, he asked me how I was. Extremely sorry. He asked me how I was. Okay? My dear learners, the man said, what an excellent scenery this is. Notice, at the end of direct speech, we use not of exclamation. But in indirect speech, the man exclaimed with joy that the scenery is very excellent. Okay? My dear learners, rule number 4. After abbreviation. After abbreviation, you have to use full stop. Example, Mr. Nurul Karim is an MA. Mr. Abu Talha is an MBBS. Okay? But, my dear learners, in modern English, this rule is avoided. Okay? Example, my dear learners, you have to notice, if the sentence ends with abbreviation, then full stop after abbreviation, but no necessary extra full stop at the end of sentence. Okay? Only one full stop. Rule 5. To write initial words. To write initial words at the end of initial words. Example, doctors. Okay, doctor, after doctor. Injection. If we write ing, injection, understood. Mr. Mister, but if we write shortly Mr. dot mistress. Okay, MRS, Mrs. My dear learners, rule number 6. At the end of to write website address. My dear learners, if we want to write website address, we must use period or full stop. Example, www dsac.gov.bd, www.rmhs@gmail.com. Okay, my dear learners. Now, my dear learners, I would like to discuss how to place full stop. How to place full stop with quotation marks. If the sentence ends with quotation mark. If the sentence ends with quotation mark, then full stop is placed inside the quotation mark. But if the quotation mark ends with question or a note of exclamation mark, then full stop is outside the quotation mark. Dear learners, how to place full stop with parenthesis. Okay, if a sentence is a part of a large sentence that is included in parenthesis, then full stop or period is placed outside the parenthesis. Okay, now see example. My dear learners, I have bought a blue dress, my favorite dress. Okay, within parenthesis, my favorite dress. So full stop or period is placed outside the parenthesis. But if a complete sentence is within parenthesis, then full stop or period is placed inside the parenthesis. Example, I have bought a blue dress. It is my favorite color. Look, it is my favorite color is a complete sentence and it is in the parenthesis. Then full stop is placed inside the parenthesis. Okay, my dear learners, I hope you will be able to write correctly where and how to place full stop or period. Thank you very much.